Welcome to Hopewell Psychological's 4 Elements. This tool was designed to be able to reduce really high anxiety in clients to a lower, almost zero, if not zero, response. The more you practice this in a calm environment, the more this will become second nature in order to reduce your anxiety. Please make sure right now that you do a scan on your body and your mind and check to see on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no disturbance and 10 is the highest disturbance imaginable, that you rate where you're sitting right now prior to starting the practice. From seeing the benefits of this practice, you will understand how well this works. Some of us have never experienced calm or the window of resilience because we're always in hyperarousal and hypoarousal. We hope you enjoy this tool and find it as valuable as our clients do. Using the 4 elements helps your brain and body turn on the relaxation system. This exercise is meant to bring you out of states of hypoarousal and hyperarousal and keep you in your window of resilience, where you function optimally. Hyperarousal is a state of stress. In this state, you would feel a high level of arousal in your physical body, such as a fast heart rate, high blood pressure, and shallow but fast breathing. In this state, you feel overwhelmed, angry, frustrated, panicked, fearful, and/or anxious. Cognitively speaking, your mind is racing and often entertaining negative thoughts or situations, as it is difficult to stop these negative thoughts. In this state, people often keep themselves busy and feel the pressure of having no time to do the many things that require their attention. Hyperarousal cannot be maintained for long periods of time because it causes wear and tear on the body. Many stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline are released during the stress response. After a while, your body will naturally go into hypoarousal in order to preserve your body. Hypoarousal is the state that allows you to rest from all the overwhelm that you felt while in hyperarousal. Hypoarousal is when you feel pretty tired and lack the energy and motivation to do much in life. In this state, where you might experience one or several of the following symptoms: emotional numbness, depression and sadness, disconnection, disassociation, hopelessness, helplessness, lack of focus and concentration. Negative thinking and thoughts of not wanting to live could also be present. In this state, you want to isolate yourself and be alone, and you might distract yourself through various activities such as being on social media or watching movie shows, etc. This state, a lot of people sometimes confuse with being calm because they don't know what to be in the window of resilience and truly calm feels like. It is important to repeatedly use the 4 elements, especially when you are calm, because it will help you learn and remember it better. So practice, practice, practice. Whenever we do something, often it becomes over-practiced and thus becomes wired in our brain as the new response that we use when we are stressed. Thus, the 4 elements help to return you to your most optimal functioning, also called the window of resilience. The goal of the 4 elements is to not always to completely take away all the stress and anxiety, but to lower it to a more manageable level. While practicing the 4 elements, make sure that you spend ample time on the earth element before moving on to the other elements. If you check on your anxiety level, with 10 being max anxiety and 0 being no anxiety, you will need to be at a 2 or lower before moving on to the air element from the earth element. Earth. Grounding using the earth element helps you to become more present in the moment and to be more in your body, embodiment. Safety can only be felt in the present. When we worry about the past, we are in our heads and not in the present environment. The way we look at time is the past can be depression, the future can be anxiety, so the present is the safest place to be. When we worry about things that haven't happened, that may never happen, we are again in our heads and have lost touch with the present moment. Presence is where you can feel safe, if your environment is safe, because you can see, hear, feel, smell, what's going on around you, and your sensory organs carry this information to your brain, where your reptilian brain computes whether you are safe or not. If the brain computes that you are safe, your body starts to relax. If it computes that there is danger in your environment, you will experience a stress response. You must show your reptilian brain where you are and what's going on around you. As this is a nonverbal part of your brain, which gets information from your senses, it does not speak or understand language. This is why you cannot talk yourself into calming down. To successfully calm down, you have to use your senses and orient to the present moment or environment. I invite you to be in the here and now by placing both feet on the ground and feeling your connection to the ground, Mother Earth. Start feeling the feet, noticing the feet. We never really spend time thinking about our feet because it's the furthest thing from our minds. Unless we stub our toe or step on a Lego, our feet are never part of our cognition. We take them for granted, and yet they tell us so much information about the rest of our body. Focus on your feet. Feel free to close your eyes and just notice. Notice how your feet feel. Are they heavier on the right or the left? And just notice. Just notice what it feels like. Feel free to rub your feet back and forth to connect a little bit more with earth and recognize that texture underneath your feet. For this exercise, please make sure that you're not wearing any soles or any slippers. Socks are okay. Just notice. Now moving to those toes, notice how you feel. Is that small toe more connected to the ground than the big toe? It's okay, whichever way is most comfortable. Just kind of notice the way that your feet are sitting. Now let's just rock our feet forward and back. Just kind of notice anything that's coming up, anything that's calling to you. Are you wanting to stretch out those toes and feel how it feels? And just take a minute here and just recognize what it feels like. Now, moving into that ankle and heel and just kind of noticing how the energy from our feet are connecting with the ground or surface, and notice how that earth is there to support us, that it's not pushing up on us, that it's just there to support us. And remembering to breathe, and feel free to close your eyes and just notice. Now moving into that top of your foot, feel free to curl your toes and just kind of engage that top of your foot and just kind of notice what it feels like. Is there tension in the top of your foot? When we roll our feet from side to side, are there tension that we're noticing? And just notice how the top of that foot connects to the earth. Is it flowing into the earth? Are you noticing all of that exchange of electrics in your feet to the ground and just connecting to Mother Earth? And remembering to breathe. Take what you need. If you need to yawn here, that's great. It means that your body is starting to relax. There's no shame in yawning around here. And just kind of notice moving into that shin and calf. Do you notice your shin or your calf more? If you move your feet from side to side, does it engage the sides of your lower legs? And just noticing whatever feels neutral or good. And see if you can focus on what feels neutral and good. And see if by focusing on it for a moment, if it starts to shift and relax. And remembering to breathe. And just noticing, moving into your knees. Just noticing, are you noticing the front of your knee or the back of your knee? And just notice what it needs. If you need to stretch your leg out for a moment and then put it back down to the earth one by one, feel free to take what you need. If you need to rotate one foot and then the other, just take what you need here. And just noticing, we're about 5 minutes in, and just the shift that's happened within your body in this 5 minutes. So you can do this for 1 minute, 2 minutes, up to 20 minutes is optimal. You can do it while you're watching TV even. Once you get the habit of just noticing your feet and noticing that connection with the earth, maybe you go for a picnic. But all this is something that you can add into your life. Sitting on a step outside on a summer's evening on the porch, with your shoes off, connecting with the concrete steps, connecting with the ground, putting your feet in the grass is also a great way. Okay, moving into our thighs, let's take our hands, stretch them out, stretch those fingers out, and with open palms, let's start feeling our thighs. And just notice. Do you notice your hands touching your thighs? Or do you notice your thighs being touched by your hands? And whatever one you feel, switch back. Let's focus on our thighs right now and what it's like to receive. And focus on our hands and notice what it's like to give. Our hands are very important for getting that stress out of our bodies. The polyvagal theory states that the hands are one of the most sensitive places that we can release the most stress in. And feel free to curl those fingers and just feel what it's like just to add a different sensation to those thighs. Just kind of notice how good it is and how easily we can just give ourselves some love and some attention. And just notice. Think about a loved one and what it would feel like to share this gift with them. But right now is your time. Now let's move into the lower backs of our thighs and just notice. Notice what it feels like in our sit bones. Is there something that we need from our sit bones in order to connect more to the ground? So feel free to adjust your sit bones, wiggling from side to side, and just notice. And remembering to breathe. And just notice what it feels like in your stomach when you're sitting on this chair or the bed or wherever you are. Feel free to lie down if you aren't in a chair, if you're on your bed. And just kind of curl that lower back in and just recognize what it feels like to be so supported. Nothing's pushing up on you. It's just consistent in cradling you, always there to support you. And just noticing how that feels, that your abs are supporting your back, and they're in a great partnership, but yet the calm is starting to call to your body. And just notice curling that middle back into the chair or bed. And just notice how that upper back feels. And that tension between your shoulders that's sometimes there. Is it there, or has it gone away because it knows it's supported and it doesn't need to be there right now? And Feel free to rest your head backwards and just notice what it feels like here for your head to be supported. Breathe into that neck, breathe into those shoulders, and just notice, what is it like? Is there something that your body is noticing that it would like? Listen to your body. Feel free to move your head from side to side and wiggling your head. Feel free to just lift that foot one side at a time and just reconnect. Just see if that changes what it feels like in your neck. Just notice how that neck is now going to make you want to lower your shoulders. Maybe you need to open your jaw. Just stretch out your jaw. Drop your tongue in your mouth. And just notice, do you feel a wave of calm now going from your shoulders into your upper arms? And maybe it's now in your elbows. Maybe you have the need, if you're on a chair, to grab that armrest and just kind of feel. Your reptilian brain might be like, hey, am I safe in this chair? Let me just double check because I'm starting to feel too relaxed. And let your body do what it needs to do. And if your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just bring it back. And now just take a deep breath and take your one hand and take your other hand, and as if you're doing a puppet on the wall, make your hand into a mouth shape with a little open claw and just start feeling the other hand. Just start feeling from the knuckle to the fingertip. Just kind of notice each finger, starting with the pointer finger, going to the middle finger. Maybe something's calling to you to kind of just pinch a little bit between the fingers. We don't give a lot of attention to our hands and we take them for granted. So this is our time here to just notice, and just notice all the way to the ring finger and then the pinky finger. Maybe we want to rub our thumb over the palm of our hand in a circle. And just notice what it's like to give and focus on the giving hand. And then switch our mind to receiving and what it's like to be that receiving hand. And just give thanks to yourself for this time that you're giving yourself. Just notice how good this feels and how you can give yourself this gift whenever you need. And just notice how your body feels right now. And when you're ready, we will move on to the next step. If you're not ready yet and you're enjoying being here, feel free to stay here for a while. And then move on to the next step. When you're ready, we're going to take some time and look around and take a few minutes to look around the room. From top to bottom, take your time here and look at the object or item as if you're looking at it for the first time. I recommend starting at the left side of the top of the room where the ceiling connects with the wall, and make sure that you're keeping your eyes straight in front of your head and moving your head instead of moving your eyeballs, because you want to make sure that you're not going into the peripherals of your eyes, because that will trigger some anxiety. So just look straight as if you've got blinders that the horses have on, and just kind of scan the walls slowly as if you're painting the walls. And just go from side to side, looking at that wall in front of you, like working your way down the wall, and just remembering to breathe. And looking at the area where your wall connects with the floor. Then starting on the wall to your right, and just kind of looking around, painting the wall with your eyes, making sure to keep those eyes straight ahead. Then moving your way up to the ceiling, and just kind of noticing the ceiling, and painting the ceiling with your eyes, keeping your eyes straight ahead. And don't forget to check the wall behind you, and just kind of noticing that wall, continuing to paint with your eyes. And if there's a closet that you suddenly have the urge to open, go ahead and go and open it. And just notice that's your reptilian brain saying, hey, I've always wondered what's behind this door. And then moving on to the wall to the right. And you can take as much time to do this. And just kind of noticing, remembering you have to show your reptilian brain that it is safe and that there's nothing to worry about. And then don't forget to look at the floor. Remember, this process is just so that you know that you're safe, that there's not anything that's going to disturb you or hurt you. If you notice any marks or dirt on the walls, it's okay. It's still just as safe. This isn't a to-do list. A to-do list is in the future. And right now, our job is to stay present. And just remembering to breathe. And stay here as long as you want before you move on to the next step. Next, close your eyes if it feels right, or cast them down. And listen. What do you hear? Can you hear the louder sounds? Right now, this is your time, so all of those sounds are not your responsibility. But if you feel that you need to go and check a sound, feel free to take this time to go and check and come back, ready to be present. And remembering to breathe. Now we're going to trigger the opposite of our safety response. Our safety response can engage our senses and make them very sensitive in order to keep us safe. So now what we're going to do is listen for those subtler sounds. Our brains sometimes get those subtler sounds out of our cognition so that we can focus on things and not be overwhelmed. So we're going to thank those safeties, but right now we're going to use those subtler sounds in order to get a relaxation response. Can you hear yourself breathing? Can you hear yourself swallowing? Can you hear your heartbeat? Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this sense so that you know that you're safe. Have you gone far enough that all you can hear is your ear drumming? And feel free to sit here and notice for as long as you like. Most of us notice this response usually when we're trying to go to sleep, when the night is silent. So this is something that we can use to not only engage our safety response, but also to turn it off. Let yourself be present, feel safe, and feel okay with where you are right now. And remember to breathe. Stay here as long as you'd like, and then turn on to the next step. While letting yourself be present, feel safe, and feel okay with where you are right now. Do your best to imagine roots coming from the bottom of your feet. Are they big roots? Are they small roots? Picture how fast those roots travel to the center of Mother Earth, her heart. Imagine a bright purple diamond light entering your roots and bringing them into your feet. This light promptly enters your entire body, permeating into all parts of you, including your emotions, cognitions, and aura as well. Notice how gentle this light is, and compassionate and kind and loving. Take a few minutes to allow this light and to really picture this light. If you're having trouble picturing the light, that's okay. Just notice. Notice if you can feel the light. Some people prefer to use their higher power and just feel that higher power connecting with them through this light. And just notice if it's a cool sensation that's getting rid of that inflammation, or if it's warm. We all can experience this light a little differently. And remembering to breathe. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the present. Once this feels complete, when nothing seems to be changing, you are complete with this step. If you're feeling like it's not complete yet, feel free to sit here for a while and pause this recording. And remembering to breathe. Now imagine a shimmering golden light from the sun entering the top of your head. Some people find it helpful to picture it on their face first, like the first time you went to the beach or sitting outside on a hot day, and then moving that light into the top of your head and allowing it to permeate all parts of you. Notice how this light is supportive, empowering, protective, and strengthening you. Allow these two lights to work towards your heart. And then take 3 deep breaths in. Now noticing your body, noticing anything pleasurable or unpleasurable, and just noticing on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is neutral and 10 is max anxiety. Let's check to see where you're sitting now. And if you're feeling like it's not yet a 2 to a 0, stay at this step and repeat this step until you're able to lower your anxiety. And just notice if it is higher than a 2, what makes it higher than a 2? Is it that we've held on to this for so long? Is there maybe some residual shadows of previous stress and anxiety that just feels like it's there for a reason, and we just don't know if it's okay to let it go yet? And just notice if we notice that our anxiety is high, it's okay. We'll just keep on repeating this earth step until it goes down. Just notice. And we'll pause here. And if you're ready, if you're a 2 or lower, move on to the next step of air. Air. This element uses the breath of life. When you are mindful of your breathing by focusing on it, your breathing naturally slows down. You can also begin to deepen your breath simply by consciously choosing to elongate your breath. Breathing deeply and slowly helps to lower your heart rate and breathing rate, thus sending a signal to the brain from your heart and lungs that you are in a relaxation response. This feedback allows your brain to feel safe and brings you more centeredness. For this step, you can do your favorite breathing exercises here, or you're invited to use the following breathing exercise. Breathe in through your nose for 6 or more seconds. Fill your lower lungs with air and work up toward filling your upper chest with air. Breathe out slowly for 6 or more seconds. And let's take the time to do 20 to 30 deep breaths like this now. Please don't hold your breath, as this is not natural. Don't stress about the accuracy of counting your breaths. Just know that we'll be timing this and giving ourselves about 5 minutes to have these breaths. Water. This element uses your stomach, digestion, to send a calm signal to the brain. When we are in a stress response, our stomach shuts off and we stop producing saliva and we get dry mouth. It would not make much sense to use energy for digestion when you might need this energy in your arms and legs to run away from danger or fight your way to safety. By making saliva, we turn on our digestion, and thus the stomach sends a signal to the brain that you are calm. Switching on the digestive system eventually starts to turn on your relaxation response, the parasympathetic nervous system, or rest and digest. This is why people are offered water or gum after a difficult experience. Some surgeons in Spain also used this technique in order to reduce pain when anesthesia was not available during surgeries. Take a moment and notice your mouth. Drop your tongue in your mouth and just notice the saliva. Is it dry? Make saliva in your mouth. Think about something delicious. If you're having difficulty with this, try tracing the inside of your and outside of your teeth with your tongue. You can also take a drink or put a candy in your mouth. If you know you're heading into a stressful situation, it's always great to have a water bottle with you, just so you can turn off this response. Or possibly chew gum while driving, if driving is a trigger. So right now, just notice And just notice what it feels like if your mouth is moist and you are calm. Fire. By now you can focus your mind wherever you want. Let's do an exercise called the Calm Place, which is designed to spark your imagination and use all of your senses. When selecting a calm, neutral, or secure place, please keep the following in mind. Select a place that was peaceful for you from recent life, say the past 5 to 15 years. Try not to select a place that you intend to go again, like the family cabin. Try not to select a place where you were with those known to you, like pets, friends, family. An exception to this is when you go on a group holiday with others, but have found a brief moment in time where you had a moment alone, to yourself, and you feel peaceful and relaxed. Do not select a place that you have worried about or have witnessed something negative. Select a place that is vivid to you or your senses of sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. If you cannot think of a place in recent life, go out and find one that is not near to your day-to-day life. Then while in this place, use all of your senses to notice what you see, hear, feel, smell, taste, and feel on your skin. Now that you are in your calm place, what do you see? What colors, objects, scenery, people, and animals are around you? Allowing yourself to breathe and just take in all of these sights. What do you hear? What do you smell or taste? What tactile body sensations do you feel when you're in this place? Is there a breeze? Is there a warm sun? What do you feel on your body? What emotions do you feel? What is a cue or key word or phrase for your calm place? Say it when you are imagining being in this place so that it becomes paired with feeling calm. And before you know it, you will feel calm simply by stating the key word that you're thinking of. Some people will choose a word like calm or happy or peace, but this word is all up to you. Allow yourself to stay here as long as you'd like, and just noticing what your body is telling you on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the highest anxiety imaginable and 0 being no anxiety or completely relaxed. Just take the time to notice how far you've come in this journey, knowing that the more you practice this, the faster you'll get, the less effort it'll take, and the more it'll become an automatic response. Just a reminder to practice this when you're already calm in order to stop those hyper arousals. This tool will always help you and always be here for you. But know that all of these elements are here around you to support you and are always there as companions in your mind and in your body, as tools to help you cope with emotions and navigate the waves of life.